Hey, how's it going? My name's Glenn. I'm going to be talking to you today about the Entertainment Software Rating Board that America uses to rate video games. So, the Entertainment Software Rating Board, the ESRB, does a good job of rating video games that are available to the public, and the government doesn't need to interfere, even with the growing fears of violence being correlated with video games. The ESRB is an American organization that gives ratings to video games, just like ratings given to movies by the Motion Picture Association. This board was created in response to the growing population of video games that had excessive violent or sexual content back in 1994. They created 6 age-based levels of rating that is intended to help parents make an informed decision on purchasing video games. E is for everyone. Let's see. E, 10 and up, is suitable for kids who are ages 10 and up. T stands for teen. That is for ages 13 and up. And we also got a mature rating for ages 17 and up. Clearly states on the video game itself in the corner. They have a rating for adults only as well, and that's 18 and up. There's also a rating that's just a RP, which means it's just the rate is pending their rating. Their ratings also include information on online capabilities as well as what advertisements they can use for specific target audiences. They also use 30 different descriptors when evaluating these video games, and they clearly label them on the video game itself, such as like alcohol reference, blood, nudity, etc. The ESRB also offers a free automated rating for mobile games that might have missed a generic rating, because there are a lot of video games out there and they just kind of slip through the cracks. There's also precautions in place for the underage sale that the ESRB follows, as well as most distributors. Consumers need to present a valid ID to purchase anything with a rating of mature or up. Major manufacturers, they won't license a video game until it's rated by the ESRB, and they'll also refuse to restock any games that were not rated previously. In doing this, they've effectively helped the gaming community and the general community as a whole, allowing for more informed purchasing decisions, as well as restricting the accessibility of these video games to certain populations. The disagreement could be that the ratings could be too lax and give access to content to people who are too young or not ready for that information. The access of these games could lead to violence or sexual contact, which is heavily portrayed in these games, and the younger generations might get manipulated by this. These games are also susceptible to their own rating being unjustified, such in the case of Grand Theft Auto. With such AAA titles being judged, there's a conflict of interest because the ESRB makes money off the entertainment district, mainly from rating video games. So if they feel like they'll make less money from rating a game, they'll try their best to rate it accordingly to maximize profits, not taking the community's fears into considerations. Now, it's a pretty strong argument, but as I was stating before, they really go by the book and they follow everything through. I do see the ESRB using a deontology ethics throughout their existence. They treat people as an end, not as a means or a tool to get something. They help our community make better and justified decisions on what to buy. They feel they have the responsibility and the obligation to follow the law and help the concern of citizens. That's where there's a couple attempts to pass federal and state laws that would force retailers to abide by the ESRB's ratings, but they were unsuccessful because video games are protected by free speech and many other constitutional rights. And there is a particular case study that further strengthens the idea that the ESRB is doing a fantastic job at rating video games. The ESRB was praised by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, for being the strongest self-regulating organization in the entertainment sector. If the federal government is saying that the job is getting done and it's getting done effectively, that should be a sure sign that they don't really need to get involved. It also clarifies that they don't want to get involved. This is supposed to show that even the US government fully believes in the capabilities of the ESRB and is literally doing everything to try and pass the responsibility onto them, which the ESRB would gladly accept. It backs up the idea that the government doesn't need to get involved with the world of rating our entertainment, and that the ESRB is doing an astounding job at what they do already. The ESRB does reiterate that the ultimate final responsibility of justified content being exposed to generations fall upon the parents. The ESRB is essentially a guideline to help the community make better, more moral decisions of what their families are exposed to. Granted, there's much more involved with video games than movies or books. The ESRB has taken these ideas into consideration and has modified their very thorough rating process to account for that. Overall, the US government doesn't need to get involved with rating our video games or our movies or books for that matter. The general public does a pretty good job of making committees like these if they feel like they need to help inform us and assist us in making decisions of buying video games and other products. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little video, and thank you very much.